For over 4,000 years, they have stood here, colossal, mysterious, and silent. The Great Pyramids of Egypt. Built with over 2 million stone blocks, each weighing several tons. And yet, not a single machine, no cranes, no steel tools, just human hands. How did they do it? This is one of history's greatest engineering mysteries. Today, we journey back in time to uncover the truth behind how the pyramids were built. Our story begins more than 4,500 years ago, in ancient Egypt, during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu, also known as Cheops. It was a time of incredible ambition. The pharaohs, believed to be gods on earth, sought to build eternal monuments, structures that would carry their names into the afterlife. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built around 2560 BCE, became the largest of them all, rising 481 feet into the desert sky. It remained the tallest man-made structure on Earth for nearly 4,000 years. But behind this wonder lies a simple yet haunting question. How did the ancient Egyptians manage to build such perfection with primitive tools? Let's start with the materials. The Great Pyramid was made primarily of limestone, with granite blocks used for the inner chambers. Each limestone block weighed between 2 to 15 tons. For centuries, people imagined slaves suffering under the desert sun. Yet modern archaeology tells a different story. Recent discoveries near Giza reveal workers' villages, complete with bakeries, breweries, and even medical facilities. This wasn't slave labor, it was a skilled workforce of tens of thousands of paid laborers, farmers, and craftsmen. They worked in rotating teams, fed well, and honored for their service to the pharaoh. Some workers were even buried near the pyramids, a sign of respect. These were Egypt's first engineers, the heroes behind one of mankind's greatest achievements. Now, imagine this. Moving 2 million stone blocks across sand, without wheels, trucks, or modern machinery. How was it possible? For centuries, people imagined giant ramps or even help from extraterrestrial beings. But the truth, as always, is rooted in human genius. One clue lies in what's called the wet sand theory. In 2014, scientists studying ancient Egyptian art noticed paintings showing workers pouring water in front of sledges carrying massive statues and stones. It wasn't for dust control, it was physics. By wetting the sand, Egyptians reduced friction by nearly half. The sleds glided smoothly across the desert surface. Another clue comes from ramps. Archaeologists have found traces of construction ramps near ancient quarries. One discovery in the Hatnub quarry revealed a ramp system with staircases and rope holes, a design that allowed workers to pull blocks upward at steep angles using wooden sledges and rope. The ramp theory explains how the stones were lifted gradually, one layer at a time, forming a giant staircase that reached the heavens. Even more astonishing than their size is their precision. The base of the Great Pyramid is almost a perfect square, with each side measuring about 230 meters, and differing by less than 2 centimeters. Its alignment is nearly perfect with the cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west. How could they achieve such accuracy without compasses or modern instruments? Egyptian engineers used simple yet brilliant tools, plumb bobs, leveling instruments, and star charts. They aligned the pyramid using the North Star, ensuring cosmic perfection. Inside, narrow passages lead to mysterious chambers, each block placed with millimeter-level precision. The King's Chamber, built with granite from Aswan, over 500 miles away, contains blocks weighing up to 80 tons. Transporting them down the Nile, then dragging them uphill, was a logistical feat that still amazes modern engineers. To test these ancient methods, modern engineers have tried to rebuild small-scale pyramids. When they used wooden sleds and wet sand, they found it really worked. The blocks moved efficiently with teams of just 10 to 20 people. Using simple tools, copper chisels, and manpower, they could carve and position blocks precisely. With ramps and levers, they raised them layer by layer. It wasn't alien technology. It was organization, knowledge, and human determination. The pyramids were not just tombs, they were gateways to eternity. The Egyptians believed that when a pharaoh died, his spirit rose to join the gods among the stars. The pyramid shape, pointing upward, symbolized this journey to the heavens. Its passages were aligned with specific stars, so the pharaoh's soul could ascend and live forever. Every stone was placed not just for strength, but with spiritual precision, guided by religion and cosmic belief. In essence, the pyramids were temples of eternity, built by human hands, driven by divine purpose. Of course, not everyone accepts the earthly explanation. Some believe the pyramids were built by aliens, lost civilizations, or even used as ancient power plants. But archaeology offers no evidence for any of that. The truth is far more beautiful, and far more human. It shows how intelligence, teamwork, and willpower can move mountains, literally. More than 45 centuries later, the pyramids still stand, defying time, wind, and modern civilization. They remind us of what humanity can achieve, with vision, unity, and purpose. From the first cut of limestone to the last stone placed on top, the pyramids were built not just with stone, but with faith, discipline, and dreams of eternity. As the sun sets over Giza, one truth remains: the pyramids were not miracles of aliens or gods. They were miracles of mankind. This is the story of the pyramids, the story of human genius that still whispers across the sands of time.